is without question. You say that you think Peter was probably the chief of the apostles. Well, Scripture says he is the chief. It doesn't say he's probably the chief. That's the word given in Matthew chapter 10. The chief, Peter, protos. Again, his primacy is throughout the Acts of the Apostles. He's the one who is given the vision about the end of the old law. He's the one who receives the first Gentile convert. He's the one who presides in these speeches. He's the one who speaks on behalf of the apostles. He's the one who presides at the Council of Jerusalem, who stands up, delivers the controversial decision, which was controversial before he delivered the decision, silenced the assembly, on and on and on. And then we have basically numerous examples which we've discussed where St. Paul is recognizing the authority of St. Peter. He's legitimizing his own activity based on what Cephas and the other apostles do. He is deferring to the apostles who are headed by St. Peter in the very area of the Gentiles, which is his prime area of work, where he is laboring more abundantly than anyone in terms of converting people. And so we see St. Paul in the very context that certain Protestants try to bring up passages which they misunderstand. We see the primacy of St. Peter once again, and it's so obvious that even scholars who delve into the text, who illogically don't embrace Catholic teaching, but at least they're honest about some aspects of what's being said in the Bible, they admit there's no doubt that St. Peter's the rock. Okay, he renames him Petros, which means rock. He changes his name just like he changed Abram's name to Abraham to signify the leadership position that he will have in the New Testament, just as Abram had a leadership position and eventually Abraham did in the Old Testament. And then the way that his name is used, as we've covered, and there's just overwhelming evidence for it, and the fact that there are successors of St. Peter, that flows logically from what we see in Acts 1:20, where St. Peter again is directing the course of action to replace Judas. We see a replacement of the apostles going on. We see a continuance here. The prime minister's position in the Old Testament, which position clearly Jesus is giving to St. Peter, he had successors in the Old Testament. It follows that St. Peter would have successors in the New. There'd be no point in instituting this upon St. Peter and saying all these things unless it was meant to continue. So it's obvious to anyone who gives an honest, straightforward reading of these texts and what the Bible clearly says in Matthew 16, John 21, about entrusting the entire flock. He tells them to rule the flock, the same word used of Jesus in the Apocalypse about his authority to rule. And so my time it's about 5 minutes. I was just going to stop that recording now, okay?
Okay.